720,000.
970,000. Over 1 million Lagosians. They know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra. Going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Hello, Lagos. Good afternoon. I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts. First hard fact of the day: Bola Tinubu has 16 more days to submit his ministerial nominees. Today marks 44 days since he took office on May 29th, and under the latest constitutional amendment, presidents must nominate their ministers within 60 days of their swearing in. So Tinubu has used up more than 2/3 of his allotted time. Tomorrow will mark 3/4 of that time. I'll remind you again that back in April, his advisor, Delalake, told us that 60 days was too much time, Seth. Back in May, Alake said, quote, "A month maximum is enough for any serious government to form its cabinet and put a structure of government in place after swearing in," end quote. It has now been over a month. It's been a month and a half, 16 days to go, 2 weeks and 2 days. Second hard fact of the day: in 1999, it took President Obasanjo 5 days to nominate his ministers. We had the list by June 4th. Third hard fact of the day: in 2003, it took President Obasanjo 25 days to nominate his ministers. We had the list by June 23rd. Fourth hard fact of the day: in 2011, it took President Jonathan 30 days to nominate his ministers. We had that list by June 28th. Fifth hard fact of the day: APC Chair Abdullahi Adamu says that Tinubu will not reveal his ministers' portfolios until after he has sworn them in. Remember, there was a move to change the constitution to force presidents to specify their nominees' ministries before the Senate confirmation hearings. Because every time, when we talk about the screening, the hearings, people are like, we can't exactly judge these people because we don't know what portfolios they're going to be handed. Those who supported that change say that it doesn't make sense for the Senate to screen a nominee without knowing which ministry they'll oversee. How can the senators assess their competence for that ministry? That amendment did not pass with the previous National Assembly, and it means that the president is it's still at the president's discretion whether or not they will tell us the portfolios ahead of time. And Adamu is saying that Tinubu will not do it. If that's correct, if Adamu is right, do you agree that when we're getting ministers, we will not know which ministries they'll be going to until we know which ministries they'll be going to? When we're screening them as nominees, we're not going to know where they're going to, so we're not sure exactly what we're screening for. Reminds me of Adamu from the Ministry of Education, who said, towards the end of Buhari's administration, I had no idea what I was doing in this ministry. I didn't have any experience before I was sent in here, So if we're serious about round pegs in round holes and, square pegs, those things we like to say. If we're serious about that, should the president be doing like Adamu is claiming that the president will do? I've got a sixth hard fact of the day. Lagos survived 1,642 fires in the first 6 months of the year. That's according to data from the Lagos State Fire Service. Those fires destroyed property worth 14.6 billion naira. 14.6 billion. That's about 68 fires a week or 9 fires a day. It's a lot of fires. 1 million Lagosians listen to this show. They cannot be wrong. Thanks for tuning in alongside them. I've got a great show for you. Let's start with the big three, where we'll talk about LASMA's new camera-based traffic enforcement system. Oh, yes. And then let's talk about Abure telling LP supporters to prepare for a rerun like the APC. And then let's talk about the claim about someone stealing runway lights at the Lagos airport. On Community U Report today, let's talk about converting engines to natural gas. Can it be done safely? Converting your generator engine from PMS, from fuel to gas. Can it be done safely? I'll have the president of the National Industrial Safety Council of Nigeria on the show with me. He should know. And on the Big Hard Fact, we'll talk about the EU's report on the general elections. After the news at 6, it's time for the step down. And on the step down, if you bring a makeup artist to your house to do your makeup, but you don't inform your makeup artist that makeup is for wedding, but you go ahead and pay them anyway for home service, have you cheated the makeup artist? We'll have that conversation from 6:15. As usual, we'll have news updates at the top of every hour. But let's get started with the big three. Lagos, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
Big Three.
The Big Three on Hard Facts
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
TMS sanitize traffic enforcement in Nigeria. LASMA's TMS, can it sanitize traffic enforcement in Nigeria? Are political parties gearing up for a rerun? Are political parties gearing up for a rerun? Why would anyone steal runway lights? Those are your big three, Lagos. Let's talk. LASMA is rolling out new cameras to improve traffic management. That's our first story. Before we talk about this, I want you to hear how this system will work from the horse's mouth.
Good day to every resident of Lagos. My name is Adebayo Taufik. I'm the Head Public Affairs and Enlightenment Unit of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA. I want to enlighten us more on the new traffic management solution TMS handheld cameras recently made available to LASMA personnel by the Lagos State government. This TMS camera is to enhance transparency in traffic management and scientifically address indiscipline on our road. This camera captures any traffic infractions from a distance and at real time with video and photograph evidence. Once you contravene any sections of the Lagos State Transport Sector Reform Law 2018 and you are captured with this camera, you will receive a notification with a link on your mobile phone informing you of fine, date, areas where infractions committed with video and photograph evidence of your vehicle. It is in view of this, I want to advise every motoring public to avoid picking, dropping passengers, friends by roadside or buying goods. Do not park your vehicle on walkway, road setbacks, curb, causing obstructions to other road users. Avoid plying BRT corridors across the state. Do not disobey traffic lights or traffic managers. Avoid driving against traffic one way. Equally avoid illegal U-turn and do not stay on a yellow lane. This TMS handheld camera is basically to enhance safety, voluntary compliance, and bring orderliness on our roads across Lagos State. Thank you for driving safe in Lagos.
Of course, not the first city
Good
to
day
do this.
to
We're
every
not the first
resident
city
of
to have
Lagos.
camera-based traffic law enforcement. It's common all over North America, all over Western Europe. A few weeks ago, if you remember, on the Big Three, we talked about Big Three Global Edition, that is. We talked about Ivory Coast rolling out a similar system. And I asked you if you thought that Nigeria in general and Lagos in particular was ready for the same thing. And LASMA says yes. The part I find very interesting is where he says that you will get a message on your phone. Now, that means that they are able to find the phone number of the vehicle owner. And that's very easily done, right? If the ownership data of the car is online, and that ownership data is online, because when you do your registration, it's all digital now, right? So you already get that alert on your phone. The only new thing here is the ability of the camera to identify your car. The TMS camera must have a plate number recognition software. So the camera picks your license plate number, sends that to the database. Database finds your phone number. You get the alert if you've been caught breaking a traffic rule. Now, of course, the question is, what happens next? What happens if, after getting the alert, the car owner refuses to pay the fine? In places like the US, what happens is, if you get stopped by a police officer next time and they're just doing like a routine stop or something like that, they'll run your plates in the system. They'll see if you have unpaid fines, or they will see that you do have unpaid fines, and then they will arrest you. That's what happens abroad. That's what happens in North America specifically, right? And I'm wondering if we're going to see something similar here. Or maybe with this system, you simply won't be able to renew your registration, unless you are cleared, or unless you've cleared your fines, So maybe when you go and try and renew registration for your car, they won't let you. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just wondering what happens next. Because there's an enforcement and compliance part here. And it has many possible answers. I'll try and get Lasma on the show with me so that Lasma can answer those questions directly. But what do you think about the parts that we have answers on? Do you like this new system being suggested? Do you think it will reduce the amount of arguments and disputes between Lasma and motorists? Do you think it will reduce extortion and abuse? Do you think that Lasma has the budget to put enough cameras in the hands of enough officers? 0700-993-993-993, 01465-7190. If you didn't hear what he said, let me play it for you one more time.
Good day to every resident of Lagos. My name is Adebayo Taufik. I'm the Head Public Affairs and Enlightenment Unit of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA. I want to enlighten us more on the new traffic management solution TMS handheld cameras recently made available to LASMA personnel by the Lagos State government. This TMS camera is to enhance transparency in traffic management and scientifically address indiscipline on our road. This camera captures any traffic infractions from a distance and at real time with video and photograph evidence. Once you contravene any sections of the Lagos State Transport Sector Reform Law 2018, and you are captured with this camera, you will receive a notification with a link on your mobile phone informing you of fine, dates, areas where infractions committed, with video and photograph evidence of your vehicle. It is in view of this, I want to advise every motoring public to avoid picking, dropping passengers, friends by roadside or buying goods. Do not park your vehicle on walkway, road setbacks, curb, causing obstructions to other road users. Avoid plying BRT corridors across the state. Do not disobey traffic lights or traffic managers. Avoid driving against traffic one way. Equally avoid illegal U-turn and do not stay on a yellow lane. This TMS handheld camera is basically to enhance safety, voluntary compliance, and bring orderliness on our roads across Lagos State. Thank you for driving safe in Lagos.
All right, 99.3, hello. Thanks for calling us.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Oma.
How are you, the first caller?
Hello, Nakoko.
Kumoko, welcome. Talk to me.
Sister, I am very, very pained. Telling me that I should prepare for a run. Was there any election that they declared inconclusive? What is the basis? Is it the basis? Is it that it is 50-50 or 1-1 or draw that I should prepare for a run? After I came back 11:30 p.m. that day, I see they throw my code that I got that day. And let me tell you, I will be the last person that I said I want to go for a run. This is an electoral charade and electoral committee. So I'm 43 years. I'm not a fool. You hear me? So telling me that I should prepare for it won't be. We're not talking about why didn't Mahmoud use Beavers to upload presidential results. Then I'm hearing I should prepare for a run. With the 10 million naira for anybody, I can never go. Secondly, concerning the chairman of APC, telling us she will not release or tell us people that are going to appoint for ministerial appointment. I have the right to listen to the screening. I have the right to know the people. He told us that he's going to carry anybody along. This Nigeria government, is it only for APC? At times they think so we are fools or we don't go to school. That's what I'm thinking. Thirdly, computer concerning last summer, that is a very welcome idea. It's a very good idea. So if they are catching motor, them, if they want to start money, they will catch them too. The computer will catch them. That is one by one. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. 99.3. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sandra.
Thanks for calling. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Sharon. How
Hi,
are you,
Sharon.
Sandra?
Welcome. I'm okay. Welcome. Talk to me.
Okay. So, my concern about the last mass thing is, if it's a handheld device, how are we? I mean, that's controlled by a human being.
Right.
So how are we really sure that any last mass person that's not like my face can just take a picture of my car and tap in my car registration, and then it brings that I have committed an offense when maybe I didn't. So, like, is there not going to be some kind of bias because it's controlled by a human being, as opposed to the ones you have abroad where the camera is just there and it just picks you if you break the light or whatever it is. Then I hope the bus drivers will be included in this new law because they seem to be above the law in this Lagos. And I don't like the way they just do it, and then it seems to include with the last month people and get away with all of that. So, I mean, I don't know how they are going to, get them or catch them because if they also commit these traffic offenses. As for the LP chairperson saying anything, I guess we have to just wait for the court ruling first before we go ahead and start making telling people to get ready for a rerun and all of that. Then the third story, if I can talk about that.
Yes, of course.
The third story about them stealing from the runway lights is so funny to me. Like, how do you steal runway lights? It's ridiculous and funny, but maybe it's because of the times we are in now. Everybody's Sakpa is looking everybody. So, anyways, that's it for me.
Sharon, thank you very much for calling. Pastor Ladikbo is here. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Madam Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. Welcome. Talk to me.
Let me simply talk about the issue of the last month and the body cam. I think it's a welcome development if it will not be manipulated.
Okay.
These people, some of them, their orientation, at least what I would suggest, if before they give them that body card, I think they need to reorientate them that it is not all about catching people to make money for yourself. It's all about you. I don't know if you are hello.
Okay. It's all about you.
Hello.
I'm listening. Hello, Pastor Ladikbo.
Hello.
All right, doesn't look like you can hear me anymore. Let me go then to WhatsApp, where we have a ton of messages. Okay, well, on WhatsApp, this one says they've started with stories of camera for LASMA. Are the cameras going to operate themselves? You cannot be looking for a healthy teeth in a rotten mouth. These people are too corrupt. They will not allow anything to work well here. Because like INEC and Beavers, the cameras will develop magical problems that even the manufacturer have never heard of. It's in their character to always say what they cannot do. It's in the same manner that Fashola boasted on how any serious government can fix electricity within months. And he ended up with woeful failures. All right, Steve, thank you very much for your message. We've got this one here. From Elazu. Elazu says LASMA should first tell the Lagos government to repay some major roads or to repair some major roads that are extremely bad and deplorable before the camera will perfectly work without motorists complaining. Bonbon Bridge has been blocked for more than a year now, thereby putting much traffic on Ejora, Kata, and Idumota Bridge leading to the island. But they've opened up Bonbon now. Elazu, are you a LASMA? They've opened up Pombon. They opened up Pombon on Saturday. We even talked about it yesterday as part of the big three. Now, I've got this message here. It's like this method is already working because they sent a message to my colleague to pay fees for breaking down traffic rules. Almost 46,000 naira for breaking just one. And the guy cannot say for sure where he broke the law. My candid opinion on this is they should indicate where the person has gone wrong. Interesting. Okay, I'd love to see the message. If it's possible to have your colleague send you a screenshot of the message so you can share it with us on WhatsApp so I can look at it for myself and share with the rest of Lagos. Shola Inogba says, I know this LASMA camera can only capture vehicles that are registered because it has to work with data. So this takes out Danfo drivers because their vehicles are not registered. Sadly, Danfo drivers are the major culprits here. Who says Danfo drivers' vehicles are not registered? I don't know about that one, no. Lagos, if you just tuned in, I brought you our very first story on the show today. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, by the way, and you're listening to Nigeria Info 99.3. And for our first story, LASMA is rolling out new cameras to improve traffic management. I played you the voice of the current Bata at LASMA. And, I'm asking you if you think that we're ready, because LASMA believes that we are ready. We'll take a break now. When we come back, let's talk about LP saying to its supporters, prepare for a rerun.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
This season just got bigger for you. Yes.
Just a few weeks after assuming office as president, President Bola Tinubu wasted no time in changing his service chiefs. And now that has generated some conversations. Some are asking if it was too soon and others wondering whether it was too late. However, let's find out where he ranks in terms of how fast it took past presidents to change. It took him 14 months and 3 additional weeks to do that. Number 4 is the past president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who assumed office after the unfortunate demise of President Umar Musa Yar'Adua. With President Jonathan, there was a bit of urgency because it took him just 4 months to change his service chiefs. Number 3 is the immediate past president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, who came into office with one goal in mind and one goal only: change. Or not? Well, it took him 7 to change his service chiefs. Ooh, it's getting shorter. Now at number 2 is the current president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who assumed office on the 29th of May 2023, and in 3 weeks, he has switched up everything, changed his service chiefs, but even at that, he doesn't take the top list. He's not at number 1 because the top spot is reserved for the former president Olusegun Obasanjo, who switched things up on that day of his inauguration. Yes, you heard right. After taking his oath of office on the 29th of May 1999, President Obasanjo sacked his service chiefs on that day. Some others would have thought, let me sleep on it a bit. Let me think about it. Let me just ponder. But not Obasanjo. Well, it's fair to say that some like to hit the ground running immediately, while others like to take their time, But what is most important is that it doesn't matter how fast it takes presidents to change service chiefs, but how fast the service chiefs change things when they assume office. Good luck to the new service chiefs. And I am Yvonne Ohaifo.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, Lagos. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. And for our second story, I told you that LP says to its supporters, prepare for a rerun. Let me remind you, of course, that we're streaming live on Facebook. Facebook Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube Nigeria Info FM. LP Chairman Julius Abure says that the APC is preparing for a presidential election rerun. Abure's LP is challenging the initial election at the tribunal, as is the PDP. That's not news. Abure said that supporters of Labour Party and Peter Obi should not be caught napping since their opponents are already getting ready to get back to the polls. He said, quote, "We should also be getting prepared because since all those in government are already preparing for a rerun, we should not be taken unawares. So we will be needing your engagement and support on this aspect. If peradventure it happens today that the election is nullified, which is not what we are asking for, because we're asking for an outright declaration of Peter Obi as the president of Nigeria. But supposing that didn't happen, as the government is believed to be planning for a rerun, it will not also be out of place for us to be preparing for a rerun election." End quote. By the way, I think that this is a good time to explain the difference between a rerun and a runoff. Let me explain what that means, because they're two very different things. But we often see people, even media people and lawyers, using the terms interchangeably. It's a big pet peeve of mine. A rerun is a repeat of the election that was already held. Same candidates, or maybe some candidates removed because they've been disqualified. A rerun can only happen if the courts declare the entire election null and void. That's a rerun. A runoff is not a repeat election. It's a follow-up election between two candidates from the first election. Those candidates are the persons who got the highest votes in the first election and the person who got majorities in the most states. And this only happens if we don't have a clear winner in the first election. That means that if the person who got the most votes in the first election did not also get 25% of the votes in 2/3 of the states, then we will have, what's the word I'm looking for now, a runoff. By the way, tribunal can also still order a rerun or a runoff. The tribunal can order a rerun or a runoff. If tribunal decides that the election was too irregular with too much wrongdoing, they can cancel the whole thing and declare a rerun. But remember that tribunal can also delete or change the results from specific states or specific local government areas or specific wards or specific polling units. And if those changes lead to a change in the final result, and if that new final result doesn't give us a clear winner, then tribunal can say, okay, let's do a runoff. So this is why it's very important not to use those words interchangeably. They mean two different things, both of which can still happen. And of course, tribunal can also decide that the results as is stands and President Bola Tinubu remains president. So I just, wanted to chip that in there. What do you think about the chairman of LP, Abure, asking its supporters and Nigerians to prepare for a rerun? The LP chairman says that APC is preparing to go to the polls again, so LP should prepare to do the same. What do you think about that? 0700993993993 014657190. We've got WhatsApp 080-959-75805. Twitter at Nigeria Info FM. Hello, thanks for calling.
Hello, good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Ogun State.
Talk to me, Emmanuel.
As Julius Abdullah as a LP chairman.
Yes, he's the LP chairman.
Okay. All right. Well done, Jay. Good job you are doing. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. 99.3.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, how are you?
Yeah, thank you. I think I understand you. I say that they want rerun. Rerun of the last election or which of the elections?
Yes, rerun of the last election. LP thinks that APC is preparing for rerun of presidency. Yes. And so LP is asking...
The judiciary that are in place now, all this while, what are they doing? I think the one calling for Iran or what?
They're not the one calling for Iran. The chairperson of LP is saying that they think APC is preparing for Iran, so they should also prepare for Iran. Tribunal has not given verdict yet.
Why must he call for Iran? Why must LP call for Iran?
LP has not called for Iran.
The person that is calling for Iran is not from LP.
He didn't call for Iran. He's saying prepare for it because APC is preparing
we
for it.
We mustn't prepare for Iran. This is no Iran election. If it's going to be Iran election, there shouldn't have been anybody there yet. The interim government will have been in place. Okay. We had the winner. The winner is LP. They should declare him the winner. That is it.
The winner is LP. How is the winner LP? That's not what INEC said.
And then they should come up with the judgment first. Why will you go for Iran?
Oh, okay.
Once they are the one in power now, they've appointed their ministers. Who are they going to work for? Are you going to win? They cannot go on to win this one. You have won election. Why will you bring yourself down?
Okay.
I'm not in support of Iran. They should either declare Peter winner or they take it everything for themselves, just like that. Nigeria is perishing and we must perish except God come down.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Nigeria is not perishing. Olamide is here from Ogba. Olamide, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Quick one. If they're asking for a rerun, I think we should go ahead. I think that's what everybody asked for a free and fair election. Okay. So if that's what it is, that's what it is.
Okay.
Quick one. Can I say something about this last month thing?
Yes, please.
Okay, quick one. If the law is for everybody, does this include the public transports, the buses, the kekes, and the okadas? Would they also be captured? Because I think the same rule needs to apply to everybody that applies these roads. You can't just be capturing private owners and ripping them off while the buses break all the laws and live like kings. So maybe when you have someone in the studio to ask, you could ask the last month to clarify this. If not, I think the private car owners need to seek regress or take the government to court, because you can't just be taxing private car owners because you feel they can afford it and let the buses rule like kings.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
You see these bus guys drive right on the zebra crossing, break traffic lights, and I have to explain to my kids why I'm staying, I'm not moving while other cars are moving.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So you get it.
Right.
Everyone should be inclusive.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for calling, Olamide. We've got Alabi in Maryland. Alabi, welcome. Talk to me.
Good afternoon, Sandra.
Good afternoon.
Please, I want to talk about the rerun of the thing.
Okay.
If there's going to be a rerun, who is going to be the deciding officer this time? Is it going to be the same man that the INEC chairman, or they're going to appoint another INEC chairman, or how is it going to go?
Well, we still have the same INEC chairman and the same INEC, yes. So they will oversee, they'll superintend. If there will be one, of course, the same INEC chairman will superintend the rerun, yes.
Because if there's going to be one and there's going to be the same INEC chairman, that means the same thing is going to happen again. Except they're telling us another thing. The promise is very well to have the election that they're going to do A, B, and C. And unfortunately, it was not, and we had that inconsiderate to me. And we usually tell a winner, and now somebody is coming for a run, and I'm going to go for a run. If you are going to go for a run, that means you're going to appoint another chairman. Then who is going to appoint another chairman?
But that's the thing. He's not calling for a rerun. He said that what they want is for the court to declare Obi the winner. But if they are saying that if court now declares rerun, LP supporters should be prepared because APC, according to LP, are already preparing.
I understand. No, I understand what they are saying. I'm only asking now, I'm only being, as I put it, is this sarcastic or what am I going to do? Because definitely, if they are going to be wrong, somebody must be there, like the referee, which is INEC chairman.
Right.
Whose INEC chairman are we going to use? The same person, or we are going to appoint another person?
Same person.
So to me, I see that the dead on arrival. It's not going to work. I don't think it's going to happen.
All right, Alabi.
That will be fine. They don't want to declare. Let's continue.
Okay.
Let's everything to God.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much, Alabi. Now, of course, in the past, we've seen that if they're doing reruns at state level reruns, of course, we're in new territory here. We've never had a tribunal set aside a presidential election, so this is completely new territory. But what has happened before with state level elections and state level reruns is that the rec steps aside. The state rec steps aside. But like I said, we've never done national rerun before, so we really don't know how that will be handled if we get there. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to get there. LP is also not saying that we're going to get there, that they're going to get there. LP is saying that they think that APC is already preparing, and that if APC is already preparing, LP supporters, they should also prepare. LP is saying, however, that what they want for the court to do is to declare Peter Obi president, but that if the court decides that it will be a rerun, then LP supporters need to also prepare the same way APC supporters are preparing. LP is claiming that APC is already preparing for a rerun. 0700-993-993-993, 01465-7190. Hello, thanks for calling us.
Hello, Sandra. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good afternoon, sir.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Ben. I'm calling from Iba.
Welcome, Ben, from Iba.
Ben, Sandra, it's a very big disgrace that they stole that runoff light. Very big disgrace. One day, those people will stay aircraft. So the whole airport doesn't have a CCTV. They will just look and see the people that stole it. It's a very big shame. As concerning this last man, I hope now this one now will make them to stop pursuing vehicle, jumping inside people's vehicle. This one will make them to stop behaving like that. And this will not even include Tokumbo vehicles that doesn't have number. It's exonerated now. Nobody can catch them. And let it not be that there are some roads that officially one way. One way is just permitted for vehicles to run one way. That there, some roads are like that. It's just allowed that one way should walk there. And let it not be that they jump and camera somebody there and go and start finding people. So government should know about that. As far as rerun now, I don't think that it will favor also. This rerun will not be good for this country now. Let the courts go out rally and declare the person who won. Because we know the cry of river people. They said they did not vote for this man. They voted for him. You know the cry of Plateau people. They were crying when they see the result. Nasarawa women were going naked when they saw the results. So everybody knows that Obi won the election. Let them do the work. Judiciary should not fear anybody. Sandra, God bless you.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Well, I mean, of course, you also have the APC and the supporters of the APC and the supporters of President Bola Tinubu who will tell you that, people were happy when Bola Tinubu was declared president. People rejoiced when he was declared president. People had parties in some parts of the country. So you can't say everybody knows that Peter Obi won, especially when INEC declared President Bola Tinubu president. Happiness is in Ikorodu. Hi, Happiness. Happiness, hi.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Talk to me.
Thank you. Sandra, please, you are the media we know. Is there anything like rerun? APC planning for a rerun?
No, APC can't plan for a rerun. It's the court that will determine what will happen. So the court can either say let the election stand, the results stand the way it is, or the court can say let's do a rerun, or the court can say let there be a runoff.
But court has not said anything.
Court has not said anything. No, tribunal is still sitting.
We don't need this kind of confusion. No, we don't need it. The man should be coming down. Sandra, enjoy your day.
All right, thank you very much, Happiness. Let's take a look at messages on WhatsApp. This one here says, with all the evidence LP tendered before tribunal, judiciary should do the needful by declaring Peter Obi the winner. If they make mistake and go for rerun, Tinubu will invoke the spirit of Emilokan again to win. Willie from Jakande with that message there. Salari is in the UK. He says, if the Lasma guys will allow this to work, it would be a good development. I was caught speeding over 70 miles per hour on a dual carriageway. I was given an option to pay £100 or get 3 points on my license or go for speed awareness training. It's a good way to start. All right, Salari from the UK. We've got this one here from Ken in Surulere. Ken says, it's unfortunate that Lagos state government is just trying to traumatize the already traumatized people of Lagos. In Lagos, roads are all death traps And instead of them to accept their guilt and fault for the bad roads, they're coming up with cameras. The roads to and out of Ijora before the bridges in Ijora from Costain are all bad. But Lagos State government has played deaf to the cries and messages to put those roads in order. If roads are good, it is insane for anyone to go one way or park anywhere, and the bad roads damage vehicles. No doubt the idea is good, but let the roads be put in order first, then we can roll out cameras. All right, Ken from Surulere, thank you for your message. We've got this person who says, Sandra, please help beg the government to fix all necessary road signs to guide drivers when they're driving so that we can all avoid stories. Idara with that message. All right, Idara, thanks for your message. Oh, someone has sent me a copy of the ticket, but it's a video. I'm trying to watch the video that they sent to me. Ah, I see. Okay. They even send you like the video of you breaking the law. So from what this person sent to me, it even comes with a video of the law that you broke. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm going to take a closer look when we take a break so that I can describe what I'm seeing to you. We'll take one more call and then I'll bring you our final story from the Lagos airport. 99.3, hello.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi.
Hi, this is Florence.
Welcome, Florence. Talk to me.
Okay, so I'm going to comment on the LP leader who says we should prepare for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this coming, and I told a couple of my friends that, I had a dream one time when I said that there was another election and someone else was emerged. So it's actually coming because there's no smoke without fire, and they know because the evidence in court, if you've been following the proceedings, you know that you can actually, it's not even a prophecy, you can actually tell what the judges will be tending towards. But for leniency, for the sake of the incumbents, they'll be asking for a rerun. The right thing to do is to ask for a runoff, But I pray that PDP and APC and the Labour Party are able to come together and is able to allow people to take this mandate and give that man a challenge for his money. Because Nigerians are not joking. We actually voted. It's a mandate stolen. So we should all base up on that. It's not a confusion. These guys are already strategizing, like he said. They're already preparing for a rerun. So start to prepare yourself. Dust your cards. We go one more time and get it right this time.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling. Okay. Lagos. Let me take you to the Lagos airport where, according to the Punch newspaper, someone stole runway lights at the airport. That's our baffling third story. It's baffling. Punch is reporting that the theft allegedly happened while the runway was closed for repairs. A few months ago, FAN closed the runway for about 3 months for repairs. Now, Punch says that FAN insiders have revealed that the entire lighting system for that runway was stolen. And by the way, this would not be the first time. Haba. How would I go thief runway light? This one no be Buhari Duamu. This one no be Tinubu matter. No be Sanwo-Olu. No be Ambode. No be Stella Odua. No be Buruji Kashamu. This one are regular people. Regular people. Na thief this thief. It's the same way you have people stealing railings on bridges or stealing railway line. We say that we want good things. We say it. We say that we want Nigeria to work. And yet, there are many among us, many people, who are ready to steal any and everything, ready to sabotage important infrastructure just to steal and sell something. Why? Why do things like this happen? I don't even have a question here, really. I'm just stunned. I'm baffled. So I beg me, I can't judge this matter for real, because I don't know what's in the happen for here. 0700-993-993 01465-7190. It's not funny. 99.3. Hello.
Ladies, very good afternoon.
It's okay. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you. Yes, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. You see, I think it's some of them, some of the department.
Prince Wires, your line is breaking.
Okay, is it breaking?
It's.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've changed my position.
Okay.
You see, as it is now, all those days suspended, maybe thoroughly investigation may reveal to those things. You see, it's some of Nigeria for you. Very, very pathetic. You see, where it's something they build for us. Go to some pedestrian bridge, you see all those things, they cut it away, they take it away to make money. But somebody now loves yourself so dearly, and you hate other people. You are in danger the other people's life. And they very bad. Those who they are if they cut all those that cut people, you should thoroughly investigate them and take them to the court and give them real policy that teach other people a good lesson. And for the Aburi, yes, Aburi said it. That's what it was. I don't think there will be any other election in this country because it will cost a lot of money. That's number one. Number two, if they do minus and plus, I think the winner can still remain Ashwaju. Good afternoon to you, my dear.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you very much for calling. Grandma Victoria is here. Welcome.
Hello, Sandra.
Hi, Grandma. Welcome.
I'm speaking in respect of the stolen runway
lights. Right.
Lights.
Mm-hmm.
I think the prime suspect, according to my thinking, will be those people who actually install those lights. They have the technical know-how.
Okay.
And they know the value, and they will know how to dispose of them. So, investigating such a crime, I think it should start from everybody that has connection with the light should be questioned, should be queried. From the top to the bottom, they are the one who did it because they know the value, they know how to dispose of those items. And it is very, very unfortunate. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you, Grandma Victoria, for calling. I've got a message here from Niyi. Niyi says, it's just Tuesday, and we already have number one Nawa story. A whole runway light at a major airport, the MT farm, Niger, this country. Niger, Wakanda cruise country. We're lying. All right, Niyi, thank you for your message. Vivi is my last call. Hi, Vivi.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Talk to me.
Yeah, please. May I go straight to this run thing? You know, I think we are just kind of predicting or something like that.
Yes.
Outcome.
You're right. Right.
Yes. Please. In fact, it will. I am already, feeling. My heart is already thumping. Could that be that? That I hope it doesn't come to that. Because how are we going to treat the fact that you threaten a set of people not to come out to vote? How are we going to handle it this time around if they say it's very wrong?
Very wrong, right?
When the culprit is in hem of affairs.
Right.
How are we going to handle it?
Right.
Please, I hope it does not come to that. Because, like somebody said, instead of that, let them the status quo stands, I beg.
Okay. All right. Vivi, thanks for calling. Vivi says, instead of a rerun, let the status quo remain. Now, of course, the court has four options. Number one, maintain status quo. Number two, a rerun. Number three, they do some recalculations and say runoff. Number four, they declare a new person the winner of the presidential elections. Those are the four options before the court. It's going to be either of these options. Rerun, maintain status quo, runoff, or declare a new person president. We're keeping our eyes on the judiciary and we'll see what happens when they decide. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. We'll take a break. When we come back, let's take messages from social media. This is Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Lagos, 150,000 naira can be won with One Play Loto. With just 200 naira, you get the chance to play and win every day. Simply dial *347 *880 *3#. Specify the number of your tickets or entries from 1 to 10. Choose 1 to continue. You will receive an SMS on instructions to make payment. The draws for participants will be live on Nigeria Info. Tune in to What's Up Lagos, 11:15 a.m. to 11:25 a.m. or Game On at 8:15 to 8:25 p.m. or the chat station by 10:15 p.m. to 10:25 p.m. Remember, you can play as many times as you like. The more you play, the more your chances of winning. Don't forget, simply dial *347 *880 *3# and play with just 200 naira. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. And remember to please play responsibly. Terms and conditions apply.
Number 1001 reason to love Golden Penny pasta. It's rich in protein. Number 1002 contains fiber. Number 1003, it tastes great.
Number 1004, it's...
You see, there are many reasons to love Golden Penny pasta. It gives that delicious taste with good nutrients. So, go ahead, enjoy Golden Penny pasta and find more reasons to love it. Golden Penny pasta, great taste, good nutrition.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Albert says stealing runway lights and no one able to detect the activity in an international airport. It's a big disgrace to the country. The security body there should be penalized and possibly the cost of replacement should be transferred to the security body. You're sure it won't happen again if they're made to bear the cost? You mean there's no CCTV cameras there? It's a big shame, Albert says. Albert, thank you very much for your message. Rabiu in Ikorodu says, let your listeners cool down. No rerun. Tinubu won the election. Do you want to convince me Obi won in Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna, and other northern parts? Also, who knows Obi in Oyo, Oshun, and West here? Tell me how many senatorial districts and reps your candidate Obi won. You're just raining. Is that raining? I don't know what you mean by raining your listeners' hope unnecessary. It's just campaign after election. Okay, I'm reading what this person wrote verbatim. I think maybe they wrote in a hurry, and so right. All right. Thank you very much for your message. We've got Kabir in Baltimore, Maryland. Kabir says, for a country that practices religion like there's no tomorrow, we do despicable things unheard of ever. Nigeria keeps surprising me. We need a mindset of collectiveness and love for one another. All right, Kabir, thanks for the message. Ifeanyi says, why not do a rerun vote on Twitter? It is quick, it's efficient, no intimidation. Ifeanyi also says, this new innovation from LASMA, please, does it include all the bus drivers and conductors driving one way in Lagos? Let me take a look at this particular message here. Runway lights, how are you? You're qualified for the weird story of the week. Ladi from Ikorodu. By the way, Lagos, I've been trying to decide where to put Hard Facts Awards because, I have only 1 hour now every Friday and it's from 3 to 4 because Public Square is back. So, do you want to keep listening to international stories on Fridays at 3 or do you want to do Hard Facts Awards on Fridays at 3? Hard Facts Awards is our fun thing that we do between 4 and 5. We started it in January and we just nominate stories that we covered during the week. So we have Best Story of the Week, Worst Story of the Week, Nawa Story of the Week, and we have different stories in these categories and Lagos just calls and votes and it's fun and it's short. It's just very fun and very straightforward. But I don't know where to put it. And it has to be at the end of the week. And I have just 1 hour. So what do you want us to keep doing? Do you want us to keep doing global stories where I bring you the biggest international stories every Friday at 3? Or do you want us to start doing Half Facts Awards from 3 to 4 every Friday now? So you're just going to have to vote, right? You vote. You vote on WhatsApp. Vote on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. 080-959-75805. We'll bring you business news. After the business news, let's talk about converting your generator from fuel to gas. Is it safe to do? Is it something that you should be doing? I have a safety expert. He's the president of the Safety Council in Nigeria, so he should know. And he will be joining us from 4 o'clock after the business news to let us know if it is safe to do.
It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. And now the business news.
A new report by the National Bureau of Statistics shows that no fewer than 28 states failed to attract foreign investments in the first quarter of 2023. The NBS